Hi guys, today I am out in my property and not in the pasture, but just out in the wild area of my property. And what I'm going to do today is I'm gathering dandelions, and I'm going to process them, and I'm going to show you how that process is and how you can make dandelion tea. And oh good, I'm getting attracting bees. Make dandelion tea, and to show you how to process the dandelion root to make dandelion coffee. Very nutritious for you. And I have some facts for you, so hold on. Hello my friends, how are you doing today? All you gardening people out there. Today I'm going to talk about dandelions. I'm going to show you how I process my dandelions. I have picked a 5-gallon bucket full of dandelions, and my son-in-law was happy that I dug the dandelions out of his yard. So because I needed to get the roots as well as the flowers. And let me give you a little bit of information about dandelions. They really are good for you to have in your diet. I never really thought about dandelions for most of my life, but last year I had heard about this, and so I'm going to share it with you. There's 13 major health benefits of dandelions. One is they're highly nutritious. They contain potent antioxidants, and they may help fight inflammation. They may aid in blood sugar management. They may reduce cholesterol, and they might lower blood pressure, promote liver health, and they could help you with your weight loss, which, you know, I don't know about that, but it's part of the benefits of using it. May have anti-cancer effects. Now, I've heard a lot about that. I've read some studies that they may help with the anti-cancer. It's a preventative. It won't cure cancer, but it does help boost your system to the cancer cells that might be floating around, that we pretty much all of us have. And it may support healthy digestion. I will attest to that. May boost immune health. May be a useful skincare. I've heard people who, you know how you break the stem and you get that white kind of gooey stuff? They rub that on like warts on their hands, and it's supposed to be good for healing warts and getting rid of them. I've not had experience with that myself, but I have heard that. And it may support healthy bones. So those are just some things I listed. If you want to read in greater detail about Dandelion Benefits, I have found a really good website, and I'll put it in the description below if you want to go there and read about it, because it's very interesting. I didn't want to read all of it on the video because it would make it way too long, because there's a lot to it. So, but it'll be there if you want more information. So now that I've collected all my dandelions, I have washed them, and I'm going to show you how I process them, and maybe this will be helpful to you. But dandelions really are a great thing to have, and they don't, in some areas like mine, they don't last all summer. So get them when you can, process them, and they make great tea, and they make great coffee supplement. And let me show you how I do it. Okay, I have my dandelion flowers, just the heads of the dandelion plants, and I'm putting them into, I've rinsed them first of all with water and made sure there's no dirt or bugs or anything in them. And I'm putting just the heads into my dehydrator, and I'm going to dehydrate them. And when they're dry, I'm going to put them into tea bags. And the tea bags will also have probably another type of plant or tea that I have mixed in with these. They don't have a real strong taste on their own, so I mix them with other types of teas or other herbal teas. So this is what I'm doing with the dandelion heads, and I'll show you how I put them into my tea bags when they are all done drying and they're ready to be stored. There's a lot of benefit to the flower heads. They give you a lot of nutrients that are really good for you and a very healing type nutrients. Excellent for your body. So you can use your dandelions. Go out and pick them. If just the heads, if you don't want to dig them up, just use the heads, dehydrate them, or you can put them fresh into a cup of tea and let them steep in the tea. But they have great health benefits for you. Okay, so what I have here is lemon balm that I have dehydrated and chopped. And these, of course, are my dandelion flowers that have been dehydrated. And I have my tea bags that I make my teas into. So to make my lemon balm dandelion tea, I'm just going to put some of the dandelions. Might be better to use my fingers on this one. Put my dandelions in here, and I fill it up about halfway with the dried dandelion flowers. Okay, so we packed it about halfway. Dandelion flowers, I'm going to put a few more in there for my dandelion flowers, and then I'm going to fill the rest with my lemon balm, my dehydrated lemon balm. And that should give it a nice sweet lemony flavor. And then I tie up my bag. And there you have your tea. You can steep this in hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending how strong you want it. And there's your tea bag, and you've got the dandelion flowers and lemon balm. And to me, that makes a great flavor mixture, great taste. I'll just do another one here to show you what I do. First goes in the dandelion flowers. Pack those in there. And fill the rest with lemon balm. That lemon balm smells so good. We're going to tie this up to secure our tea bag. And that's how I do it. That's how I make my tea bags. And you can order these tea bags in various sizes. And I think I got the large size. I like the large size because I like my teas real strong. But the large size, I think I got 500 of these for maybe $2. It's really inexpensive, these tea bags, and I just love I like making my own tea. And you can order these on Amazon, or I've even found them at Walmart. So there you go. There's my tea bag, ready to steep in the hot water. And that's what I do with my dandelion heads, flowers, and I just mix it with, sometimes I use lemon balm, sometimes I use my mint, dehydrated mint flakes, and sometimes I just mix and match. Sometimes I put them in with green tea, so you know, the green tea flavoring. So it's kind of up to you. You can put it with whatever you want. So this is what I made today, and I'm going to enjoy a cup of this later. Okay, these are the dandelion roots. This is what they look like when you pull them up. And well, of course, this is after it's been cleaned. Here, let me get a different one to show you what they... This is what they look like. That's the dandelion root. If you're lucky to get a really well-established big dandelion bunch, they can have really good sized roots. These are small. I took these out of my daughter's yard. I went over and wanted all the dandelions before they mowed them off. So, but these are what the roots look like. These are after they have been washed. And I take a potato peeler and kind of scrape the outside of the root off to where you get down to the white part. And I know some people don't, they just wash them and use them. But I like to take the outer part off of it just because it's, I just don't want any dirt or anything in my dandelion coffee, because these are going to go for dandelion coffee. So let me finish getting these cleaned up and I'll show you the next step. Okay, after you've cleaned your roots, you want to chop them up in small pieces, or some people just take the root and cut it in half lengthwise and do it that way. I chop mine into small pieces. This isn't very much root for today, but this is just to demonstrate how you do this. Normally this pan would be, this is a pizza pan, but normally it would be completely full of these little pieces, these little chunks. But just for demonstration today, I'm just going to use this much. And after you get them chopped, they're cleaned and chopped, you want to put your oven on 200 degrees. And we're going to pop these in the oven on 200 degrees for about 30 minutes. Okay, we have taken our dandelion root out of the oven, and it should be browned and crisp, which they are. And now we're going to put them into my coffee grinder. So hold on for a second till I get them in there. Okay, you want to finely grind it in your grinder. I have a little coffee grinder here. As I have done here, it's finely ground. And you put it back on the pan, and we're going to put it back in the oven on 180 degrees for 5 more minutes. Okay, and here's the final product. I have taken it out of the oven. It was on 180 for 5 minutes. And to get a powder, or a fine powder like coffee. It's kind of like instant coffee looking, but it's a little bit of chunks still in, not chunks, but you know, a little bit of, little rough, but it's like coffee grounds. So you can take this and put it in a jar by itself, or you can add it to a coffee. What I like to do is take I have coffee, and then I put a little bit of chicory, and then a little bit of this dandelion, and that way you get plenty of nutrients, makes your actual coffee last longer, and it's really good for you. So try this method with your dandelion root and see how you like it. I think it's really great. So let's have a cup of coffee. Okay folks, I have made my dandelion coffee. And here's what it looks like. Looks just like coffee. And I did put some creamer in it because it tends to be a little bit bitter, so you want to drink it with creamer or sugar, whatever you prefer. And like I said, most of the times I put a little bit of chicory, maybe a teaspoon of coffee, regular coffee, and a tablespoon of the Dandelion coffee, and I put it in a percolator in my coffee pot, and that's the way I drink my coffee. Very tasty and really good for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you all very much. And try the Dandelion coffee. It's pretty good for you. Tastes awesome too. Thank you so much.